everybody, welcome back to the Platinum Rockstars Shake Your Rank Focus Group. My name is Vanessa and I get to have the privilege today of talking to you about building relationships with your coaching business. So I'm going to be kind of glancing over here. I hope you don't mind. I have kind of my bullet points and my notes pulled up on my laptop so that I can reference and also make sure I stay on time because I'm a talker and I get a little long-winded. So, well, when we talk about building relationships, really that's kind of the cornerstone for your business, because people really aren't buying Shakeology, they aren't buying the challenge groups, they aren't buying P90X, they're buying you. And I mean, they trust you, people have grown to like you, people are growing to fall in love with how you do things and they can relate to you. Think of all the reasons why you purchase things or do business with people or decide to get involved with something because of a particular individual. You like them, you trust them, you can relate on some level, and maybe they've connected with you through a message on Facebook or maybe a similar story that they've shared on Facebook. Either way, there's a saying and it's called, people don't really care unless they know how much you care. So that is kind of true within our Beachbody business. And so building relationships is going to be really valuable, and learning how to do that correctly is going to be really valuable to your business, I promise. And sometimes it takes a little falling and stumbling, but then eventually you're going to get really good at it and you're going to be hugely successful. Because I know I was really crummy at it in the beginning. I just had no idea what I was doing. So hopefully I've gotten better. So get your paper, get your pen. We're going to take some notes. So don't worry about being perfect. A lot of times people will feel they have to look a certain way, post a certain way, have these rock hard abs. You don't have to have rock hard abs. You don't have to be a trainer. You don't have to be anything but yourself. So I want you to start with what you've got, start where you are, share your journey, share what you're going through, and you're going to be able to attract the type of people that you want to do business with and that they want to do business with. So that's very important. You need to work on you and just be you, right? Okay, and then when we talk about posting, in particular Facebook, because I know a lot of you use that, and a lot of you, including myself, use Facebook to promote your business and do a lot of your Beachbody coaching business through that platform. Of course, you can use Instagram, you can use Pinterest, you can use any of them, but I think a lot of you guys use Facebook like I do too. When you post, I want you to use the 80-20 rule. Write that down, 80-20 rule. 80% of the time is going to be about helping people and adding value and content. It's going to be about your journey, what you're doing in your world, things that are adding value to people. Could be recipes, could be eat clean tips, could be, a little fitness, foodie video. Anything that is helpful to you is going to be helpful to somebody out there. Maybe not everybody, but that's a great way for you to target your niche audience. And I think we're going to get into a little bit of that later on down the road. But 20% of the time, you're going to sprinkle in Beachbody and coaching and your team. You don't want to hammer your social media with nothing but Beachbody, 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 because yes, we're coaches, and yes, we help people with Beachbody products, but you're not Beachbody, you're not Shakeology, you're you. You're building your brand. You're building what you're passionate about. And yes, Beachbody and coaching and some of our programs and products are part of that, but what else? So I want you to think about that when you're posting. 80-20 rule. Next, you're going to be planting seeds. Whenever you invite people, which I hope you're inviting people every single day to your challenge group, to hear about the business opportunity, to a 5-day eat clean, whatever it is, I hope you're inviting people. And when you do that, just know that you're planting seeds. And we always say planting seeds, because eventually some of them will turn around and grow. And when you plant those seeds, sometimes those seeds may have been planted 2-3 years ago, and suddenly 3-4 years later, they're coming to life. So I want to talk about keeping a list of ongoing customers, challengers, people that you've talked to in the past about joining your groups or your coaching team or whatever that is. I want you to be able to have something that you can reference. I do this every single month. Oh, nice, she called you on the back. I do this every month, and sometimes I have to get a new folder, and that's fine because then I can go back to last month's folder and look through my list, whatever. I always just call it a running list. And you never want to run out of people to add to your list. So you're always going back and you're always following up with these people because, sometimes, again, we talked about timing. Now's the right time for them. Or, yeah, Manessa followed back up with me. Sweet, now I'm ready. Timing, money, whatever it is. And you've got your list. I mean, there were so many times in the early days when I didn't do this, and I think of all the people that I talked to and that messaged me, and then I didn't do anything with, and they probably went off with somebody else or did business with another coach. And that's fine, lesson learned. But moving forward, I always have a list. Okay, so now we're going to talk about connecting and messaging at least 5 to 10 people every day. I know that sounds scary, but it really isn't once you just get into the swing of things and you know how this business works. So you want to reach out and invite at least 5 people. I always push for 10. 5 to 10, and you can do that through Instagram, emails, Facebook, your like page. That's going to be up to you. But the more people you invite to the fitness party, the more outcome you're going to get, right? So if you only invite 3 people, you might only get 1 response or 0 response. But if you invite 10 a day, it's likely you'll get 1 to 2 people that say, yeah, send me more information. So I want you to consider reconnecting and reaching out to people each day and go for at least 5 to 10. I know it seems a little scary, but you're not going to go anywhere and you're not going to grow if you don't do those uncomfortable things that make us nervous. And at the end of the day, they're just people. It's going to be okay. You're going to live, I promise. So, and when you send messages, think about some things that you may have seen in their Facebook newsfeed that you could talk about. Maybe it has nothing to do with Beachbody, but maybe you're just genuinely wanting to reconnect with someone that maybe you went to high school with or college or used to work with, whatever. So keep that in mind when you're messaging people. So the next thing I want to touch on is adding value. And I know we talked a little bit about it earlier in the video with the whole 80-20 thing and just sprinkling in Beachbody and really focusing on adding more value to your audience and to your viewers. I don't ever like to say fans. I always think that's kind of weird, but the people that follow you. And so, when you add value, there's so many ways you can do that. And I always feel like you're sharing things that add value to your life, so you're going to share that with others. And it's likely that when you do that, you're going to end up finding your niche audience and your targeted niche audience. And so we'll talk more on that a little later on because we can get pretty in depth in that topic. But for me, for example, I target stay-at-home moms. My niche is stay-at-home moms who are super busy, got a million kids, and they're always looking for healthy, quick, easy, enjoyable, foods, processes, systems, charts, things with school, things that add value to my life as a mom, as a wife, and as a business owner. I always try to put that out there because I always feel like I'm going to attract those same kinds of people to do business with, or that might eventually be a good fit for my coaching team. So I want you to think about that too when you're, putting valuable content out there. Don't just put something random. Put something that's maybe thoughtful or something that's going on in your life that's part of your journey. I want you to be real. Keep that in mind. Don't be somebody else. I want you to be you, but I also want you to think about adding value. So free groups are a great tool for adding value. I always do a 5-day e-clean every single month. Every single month. No questions. People know that about me. So, and I add in there my free shopping list, my free menus, I give them support, accountability, and it's something of value, so that when it comes time for me to invite them to a challenge group, they're more likely to pull the trigger, so to speak. They're like, oh, I really liked working with her. She gave me tons of value. She was always supportive and accountable, and I really enjoyed that experience. I want to do more. So free challenge groups are amazing, and it doesn't always have to be about nutrition or fitness. It could be about anything. Maybe it's something spiritual, or maybe something that has to do with money management or time management or kids, organization. You decide. It's your niche, your business. So here's some great ways for adding value. Create a blog. Blogs are cheap, they're free, they're easy to put together. Great way to share your recipes, your tips and tricks on eating clean, whatever that is. Groups. I always do a 5-day eat clean religiously, every single month, a 5-day eat clean, forever and ever and ever, because it gets people to get something for free, get something of value, and get to know me, so that when I do offer a paid challenge group, they're like, I really like her, I trust her, I had a great time, I felt supported, I would like to be in something a little bit more intense, or I need a little bit more. I'm going to go back to Manessa and talk to her about the 21-day fix, or the size, or whatever it is that I'm promoting. So the best thing I can say in all of this that we talked about today is that building your business and having good quality relationships and learning how to build these good relationships with people, it kind of takes time. So if you can learn to have a spirit of patience, that would be my best advice. It's just that sometimes people, and especially in this world, we're so used to getting things like that, and everything's at our fingertips. And so sometimes patience is hard to come by. But if you can learn how to master some of these skills and some of these topics that we talked about, you'll end up growing a really great, solid business, and also with a great group of people that you have handpicked. You're attracting the people by following these topics that I talked about. By following these and implementing them into your business, you're going to end up attracting who you are. So think about that. So I hope this was helpful. I know there's a little bit of homework that I have to give you. Sorry, Allison made me do it. Homework: choose 5 people from your network, and for the next 5 days straight, oh man, this one's hard, send 5 new "hey girl" messages to different people each day. So that's not too scary. You can do it. Send out your messages. Think about who you want to talk to, or if you don't know who to talk to, go hit up your like page. Invite people over to your personal page, or on your Instagram, invite them over to your Facebook page. That's not hard. You're just inviting people to the party, right? Okay, so I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, please comment below. And thank you so much for jumping in today with us. And as always, make every single day count. Bye, guys.